Richfield. My name's Joel Sokol. People have nicknamed me Philly Joel. After my first comedy class with Christine, I was so excited. I came home and told my wife, Luciana, I told her, I said, I'm quitting my job and becoming a full-time comedian. She said, that's a great joke.
So now who really would love that joke, huh, Mr. Funny Philly Joe Man? He's our mortgage lender, because foreclosure is hilarious.
I come from a really big family. 9 kids, right? It was made up of his, hers, and ours, right? It was mixed religions, which meant mixed up kids, right? But my mom is a saint. My mom is smart, funny, and fucking crazy. But it's not Ellen's fault, all right? My mom, Ellen, we made her that way, all right? She's been a teacher in Bridgeport teaching special ed for over 30 years, right? I wasn't one of her students, okay? But I do want to tell you about one of her students that had a lot of potential, a lot of promise. His name was Habib. My mom met with his parents and said, Habib is one of my favorite students. He has so much potential. He just needs to apply himself. I know, his mind can wander, but he is a good boy. We try to teach him that school is so important. Yes, and what would make a world of difference if you would just encourage him to focus more. That's it, just focus. I agree, Miss Ellen. We tell him all the time. We say, Bim, why don't you fuck us? Why don't you fuck us in the morning? Why don't you fuck us in the evening and fuck us at school and fuck us at home too? Please, I beg you, Bim. Please fuck us. It's always embarrassing me. At every wedding or party, when the YMCA song comes on, she's like, dance your song, Joel, dance your song, do your dance, Joel, do the YMCA thing. Oh, Mom, come on, really? Not that I was gay, which was everybody was thinking at the time, right? It was because I worked at the YMCA for over 10 years, right? The messed up thing about the YMCA in Fairfield that I worked at is they asked me to play Santa. The only Jew that worked there, right? Rome's Christian Association, right? So I was like, ho, 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 hey, there, you kids driving machine. I schleppe presents over here. I schleppe presents over there. I gewollt gesellige Zion. Tell your parents, you don't want a Christmas tree this year, you want a Hanukkah bush. Forget about the milk and cookies. Leave me a nice bagel and lox. When we were younger, we weren't like most families. We didn't get toys at the holidays. We got weapons. It was like Lord of the Flies at my house. I really think my mom just wanted us to kill each other off, right? My mom took us to the mall still to visit Santa and tell him all the things we wanted. But my mom would get serious and she'd look at Santa and be like, ho, ho, hold up, Santa. Don't you promise my kids some expensive gifts that I can't afford. But guess what? Santa did promise. And on Christmas morning, we were disappointed. Well, not me, because I'm Jewish, but everyone else in the house was really disappointed, right? I got my 8 days, you know what I'm saying? The next year, we go back to the mall, and my mom is like, there he is, get that old Saint Dick. 9 kids with weapons chasing some innocent, poor volunteer Santa around the mall. Why, Santa? You lied, Santa, you lied. Growing up, one of my favorite heroes was Popeye the Sailor Man, right? So I wanted tattoos and started smoking a pipe at a very young age, right? It might have been because my father was in the Navy, right? He always called me his little seaman, and I would run around his house in the Navy. Joel, that's your other favorite Village People song, Joel. That's your other song that you love, Joel. My next hero was Bruce Lee, right? Bruce Lee, come on, right? Bruce Lee. I watched all those Kung Fu theater movies. I got myself a ninja suit, got some nunchucks, and I would run around my neighborhood and hide in the bushes. Especially when it was time for Hebrew school, right? I guess I was more ninja than a ninja, right? I would hide in the bushes and jump out. Hiya! I told you, no taking to temple. So cool, right? In my ninjutsu, until I started noticing the ladies. And then it was more like, hey you, pretty girl, wanna date? Date me! That was not going over well, right? So I started listening to hip hop, right? I traded my tight ass ninja suit for a baggy Adidas sweatsuit, right? I got my Adidas kicks, got my chain around my neck, right? I was like licking my lips like LL Cool J. Peace, baby. I was ridiculously awesome! I went from Bruce Lee to a B-boy wannabe, right? Because I like big butts and I cannot lie. You others can't deny. I was the only kid in Great Oak Middle School dressing this way. I was popping. All over the hallways at Great Oak, right? I joined a breakdancing crew, and guess what? I was the only Jew in the crew. Right? I really thought I was LL Cool Joel. I was like, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, but such is in fear. Actually, I put my parents in fear. They were like, does Joel know he's white?